Hello world, Shelly here, and it's time for another episode of Foundation Fest, and today I'm going to check out from Revolution, the XX Revolution Glow Skin FauXXdation Luminous Foundation. First I need to show you what that word, it's FauXXdation, like fake foundation? FauXXdation? I don't know, but this box is really pretty. Like, really pretty box. Really pretty packaging. I'm so distracted by the shiny right now. Oh, pretty. It's so pretty. I ordered these straight from the Revolution Beauty website. Retails for $18. This comes in 55 shades, they say epic shades, and I'm inclined to agree. It's a lightweight buildable coverage foundation infused with illuminating pearl particles. No more dry spells with our hyaluronic acid infused hydrating formula. This medium to full coverage is perfect for customizing your beat with glowing skin finish and lit from within radiance. Formulated with collagen and peptides, they cater to, I'm going to redo the list, undertones: yellow, olive, pink, neutral, cool, golden, orange, and warm in their 55 shades. I've got this in shade 4.5. I was going for my summer shade, which is light with neutral undertones. My guess is that, I'm really intrigued. I was chatting with you guys in the comments the other day, and someone mentioned if I ever thought about whether I've got a bit of olive to my undertone, because like the gray undertone foundations like the CYO Life Proof 101 is so good for my match. And there is, I might have to go back and try to buy this for my winter shade. There is a shade 1.5 fair for cool olive. I am super intrigued. Anyway, I'm getting so distracted right now by lots of things. Shinies, undertones, lots of shades. Oh my goodness gracious. Let's take a look at shade 4.5 swatched against a few others in my collection. Swatch time. This may be the only set of swatches of the year where Shelly pretends to have a suntan. First up, we've got today's foundation, the Revolution Beauty XX Revolution Glow Skin FauXXdation. This is in shade 4.5. Next, from Makeup Revolution also, I grabbed the Fast Base Stick in shade 5 just to compare where that shade 4 to 5 range is in the two different lines, and it looks like the Fast Base Stick runs a little bit deeper than this Glow Skin line. Third up, I've got from L'Oreal the True Match Blendable Foundation. This is in shade 3, Neutral N3. Fourth is from CoverGirl, the True Blend Matte Made in shade L40. And last from CYO, I've got Life Proof in shade 105. I've already cleansed, moisturized, and sunscreened this 45-year-old face. I will go in on one side of my face with a dampened Juno microfiber sponge. The other side, I've got my trusty e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush. I've got normal to dry skin. It's pretty normal right around this time of year, being summertime where I'm at in Virginia. I do have occasional flaking skin, peeling skin, and that's pretty much year round. I do have larger pores on my cheeks. I get some texture between my eyebrows, so those are the kinds of things I am trying to cover up. I have primed with the Good Molecule silicone-free priming moisturizer. Wow, that is some coverage I was not expecting right out of the gate like that. This is some hecka good coverage immediately. I'd say we are you could be pushing full just in one pass, and this is with the sponge. The one thing I'm immediately noticing though is it really doesn't do anything to smooth texture, at least not on this sponge side. My sun texture, this is the driving side of my face that is more textured, and the texture just looks sort of immediately accentuated. But wow, that's That's coverage. Boom, coverage. You do not need a lot of product with this one. A little goes a long way. I've got way too much pumped out on my palette here. Ironically, I feel like this is blending out a little bit more smoothly and a little bit less heavy on the brush side. However, I do still feel like it just looks, it's the kind of coverage that is sitting on top of the skin, and up close you can see it. I think at a distance it's a really nice amount of coverage really easily with one pass. Up close you can just kind of see product on the skin. Let's zoom in and take a look. So on my nose, I can tell there's just a lot of product sort of clinging to where my pores sit and not quite settling into them. Maybe a little bit, but it's just like very visible sitting on my nose. My chin, same kind of thing. It's a little bit patchy on my chin, and I think it's because I was trying to tap the product out of the pores on my chin. You can see the product sitting along my cheekbones. It's a little bit clingy to the texture between my eyebrows. It's clinging to baby hairs. You know, I shaved my stash today, but I didn't completely shave my face, so all my baby hairs, it's clung to. So it's one of those foundations that, you know, you don't want to be quite up close to people right away. I feel like you might want to just keep your distance, because at a distance it's really pretty. So I'm looking in my farther away mirror that I've got over here, and the finish is really nice. It's this like dewy but not sweaty looking. It's just a luminous foundation finish. It looks really nice at a distance. It looks like a lot of coverage at a distance. But up close in the 10x mirror here, I just see product all over my face. I see a lot of foundation. Let me show you how much I've got left. I did not apply a lot of product. There's a lot left on this palette. Like, look how much of a blob that is. There's a lot left here. So this is probably less than one pump on my face, because I did like 1 3/4 pump on the palette. And I don't know. This feels sticky. I'm going to give it a couple minutes. We'll see if I can get away with not setting it. I'm not going to try to build this up because I don't think I need any more coverage anywhere. It's even with one pass, I can barely see my blood vessel that runs through my face right here. So let's see if this one sets down. Let's check the time. It is 1:33. I'm going to go put the rest of my face on. I'll be right back. Back with the Revolution XX. I did end up having to set it with powder. It stayed really tacky, so I set it with CoverGirl True Blend Minerals powder. It looked really heavy initially, and so what I did was took my really soft, fluffy, my ball It Cosmetics wand brush, and I just went to town trying to buff it all together. And that did seem to help. It did smooth it out quite a bit, and that was helpful, but this foundation just looks really heavy, and it doesn't feel that lightweight either. I'd call it like average weight, but these days almost every foundation feels lightweight to me, so for it to be average is kind of like heavy. Yeah, so I think it looks heavy. I still think it looks really nice coverage-wise at a distance. I do think the shade is a little bit too dark for me. It would be okay if I was self-tanning. So I still feel like it looks heavy. It just looks heavy. I did go in with trying this one again, the Revolution Glow Bronzer. A lot of you guys liked this the first time I wore it. This is the Splendor Ultra Matte Bronzer in the shade Light. And the first time I wore it, I felt it looked a little bit patchy. I didn't notice it in the mirror, but on camera I thought it did. And applying it today, I still think it just looks patchy. Like, I don't think it blends smoothly, the transition from bronzer to skin. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Am I just like looking too close at my 10x mirror? I don't know. But I do like the tone of it. I'm wearing a lot because I forgot how pigmented it is, and when I went on this side of my face, I was like, boom! It was a good thing that I was not filming live or anything like that, because a holy expletive flew out of my mouth, and then I fixed it as best I could, but I'm looking like some color today. Also use the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush in Always Punchy, the e.l.f. Multi-Dimensional Highlight in Soul. I love this stuff, you guys. It gets criticized because it's got glitter in it, and yes, it does have glitter in it, but it's not just glitter. You can tell even on camera, I think, it's got glitter, but it's also got whatever ingredients give it that a sheen kind of a look to it, or a glaze kind of a look, and that's what I love. That's what I love most about the Natasha Denona Super Glow. It's like a glaze of beautifulness. But this has a glaze. It's got some glitter in it, yeah, but it's got that glaze to it, and I just think it's so pretty. And this is the textured side of my face, and I don't think it accentuates texture. I mean, it's as little accentuation of texture as you're gonna get when you put highlight on your texture. I just love this stuff. I think it's freaking beautiful. You guys have been telling me to try this mascara from Joa, the brand at CVS, and I kept forgetting which one you said, so I picked this one because the packaging is gorgeous, and I really like it, first impression. Pretty dramatic. It gives more length than my beloved CoverGirl Exhibitionist. Not quite as much volume as the Exhibitionist and the Exhibitionist Uncensored, but really pretty mascara. So maybe I bought the wrong one, I don't know, but thank you for making me buy it because I like it. My eyes are the Alter Ego Artemis palette. I did not film this look because I didn't know what I was going to do, but what I ended up doing, if you end up getting this palette, it's like a Metropolis dupe. I used pretty much the first three in this outer column, plus that brown, plus that highlight in the middle. Yeah, so that's pretty much the eye look that I have going on today. And my lip gloss is the Natasha Denona. It's the Gloss Balm. I can't wear this shade very much because of it just makes me look dead unless I've got a really warm tone look on. And I don't know what the shade is because I can't read it. Nude. But I can pull it off if I'm wearing a lot of warm tones. I know this glam face totally does not go with this outfit, but go Blackhawks! They're playing tonight as I'm filming this, so there you have it. That's what's going on with this foundation. Not the hugest fan. I think it looks great at a distance, but I'm a little concerned about it up close. It's okay, because I'm not going to see anybody up close. Probably for a very long time. I'll give you guys a daylight check-in in a bit, and as usual, I will come back tonight and give you guys my final thoughts. Hey guys, it has been about 4 hours, and here we are with the foundation. I just took my contacts out because my eyeball was bothering me, so literally only wore my glasses for like 5 minutes before I started filming this. So here's where we're at right now. In terms of shade match, you know, there's my arm. I haven't gotten a look up close. You see how visible my texture is on that whole side of my face? This foundation just doesn't do it any favors. However, am I losing coverage on my chin? However, I will say that it has melted down a bit. You know, it doesn't look quite as, it still looks heavy, but it doesn't look as much like it's sitting on top of the skin. It still feels heavy. And I still don't like how that bronzer blends. It just doesn't look patchy on my forehead, the bronzer. Anyway, that's where we're at 5:30. I will be back tonight, and we'll see how this one ends up. 1:40 a.m. That puts us just past the 12-hour mark. Let's take a look at how the Revolution XX foundation held up. I feel a little greasy, you guys. Feeling a little bit greasy. And it is kind of greasy. If I touch my forehead, I feel some residue on my fingers. I can kind of see the fingerprints. I know, Merlin, it's bedtime. I'm almost done. I'm almost done. It's Merlin meowing in the background. So, thumbs down on the sort of greasy finish. It's not the worst. I could blot it and it would be fine. You know, it's not super bad, but I don't blot. I don't have oily skin. I generally just don't want to have that level of maintenance with my makeup. Let's take a zoom in and look at the rest of what's going on. So it's kind of just doing that thing where it settles into some pores, it breaks apart across some lines, it settles into some lines. It's just at that kind of hot mess phase. My mouth, you know, the wrinkles, little fine lines, my Meredith Grey wrinkle, they're all looking pretty accentuated. My nose, you can just see the product sitting on top of the skin. Blush, bronzer, highlighter still very well intact, but it is kind of gooped up along the texture in between my eyebrows, might I say. I'm having the most cooperative eyebrow day I have had in a very long time. Forehead looks actually okay if it wasn't shiny. The non-shiny parts that I just touched look quite nice, but overall, it's just kind of breaking down, falling apart. It's done for the day. The upside is that, again, still at a conversational distance, like looking in my vanity mirror here, not the 10x, but the distance regular mirror, it still looks all right. Up close, it's kind of a hot mess, but at a distance, it's pretty all right. So, considering it feels kind of heavy, it's not the most comfortable thing in the world. It looks kind of heavy. The whole time you're wearing it, it looks kind of like a hot mess up close. At a distance, though, it does look nice. And the coverage is really nice right out of the gate. Like, it's a really quick, fast, easy, full coverage. Like, it's got tons of shades. Epic shade range. Totally agree there. I'm just not sure it's made for maturing skin. Dry skin, I think you're fine. My skin doesn't feel dry at all. My skin feels really good. But I don't think it doesn't handle the fine lines so well. It doesn't handle pores so well. Kind of sits on top of the skin. Not the most comfortable thing. If I had to give a grade to the Revolution XX, I'm gonna give it a D+. It's below average. It's not unwearable. I will mess around with it and see if I can make it work any other way, because it does have so many shades and does feel pretty hydrating and has really good coverage. So I feel like if I could just make it work, those are some really good things. It's just that most everything that I'm looking for, appearance-wise, is not good. So there you have it. We're going to go D+ on this one. If I find any ways to make it work any better, I will keep you posted in a future foundation follow-up video. But it is D+ for today. There you have it. Another episode of Foundation Fest is in the books. If you like foundation reviews, if you enjoyed this one, if you want me to make more of them, give me a thumbs up down below. Check out geekoutofwater.com. Click the Foundation Fest link. I've got a ranked, sortable, searchable spreadsheet of all of my 200 plus foundation reviews for you to check out. It links back to all the original reviews. There's tons of data on there. Swipe that thing. Lots of information there. And as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. Come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time for new videos. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.